Hello everyone, welcome to the channel The Frustrateprogrammer. Okay, today's topic is hashing. It is the video set of the series of data structures and algorithms. Before starting the algorithms, I need to say some basic concepts, and hashing is one of them. Okay, suppose we have a Boolean array. Okay, let Boolean array here, and it is initialized as true, false, false, true, and so on. Okay, we write it in the in block so that it is easy to understand. So it is, suppose it is the memory block. Here the index is 0, so it is true. Just t means true. Just think that t means true. And here it is 1, so it is false. Here it is false. Again 3 true, 4 is true, 5 is false, 6 is false. Okay. So if we print array 6, then I got that it false, right? And in array 6 block the value is false, so if we print it, then we got false. If we print array 2, then we get that true, right? It is the main concept of hashing. So in hashing technique, actually there are hashing is a searching technique. So we can easily search any value that exists in the array or not. Suppose we have an array of numbers, right? So in numbers array there are 2, 4, 3 and 7 maybe and 1, right? So if we want to search in this array if 6 exists or not, so suppose we want to search 6, and what we need to do, just look through this whole array to get 6 exists or not. Like how? I compare it with 2, then we get that there is no similarity between 2 and 6, so we again increase the value of the loop and again compare with the 4. Again we got that there is no equality between 4 and 6, so we again need to increase, and so on. The loop is continuously going, and then finally we compare with 1, the last value. We got that there is no similarity between 1 and 6, so we can say that 6 is not exist in the array. Again, if we need for 5, right, again there we need to do a whole loop for the searching of 5 in this array, right? But there is an easy way to find it. So what is the easy way? We got the maximum value from this array. Just got the maximum value. So it is easy. Hopefully you have know how to got the maximum value from an array. So it is 7, you get that. So we initialize a Boolean array of maximum plus 1. Why maximum plus 1? Maximum value is 7, so we need to initialize an array of maximum plus 1 Boolean type. The array name is value. Why we initialize maximum plus 1? Because we know that array is always start from index 0, right? So as we need to the exist value as maximum value is 7, so we need to initialize it 7, right? We continuously need to initialize value for 7 also, but as the 0 index is, so we need to increase the value as maximum plus 1. Okay. Now we initialize the block as false initially. Initially we initialize the array as false. And 7 false. So you see that as we start from 0, we have got 8 blocks to get the value of 7, right? So we need to initialize as the array as maximum plus 1, the size of the array as maximum plus 1. Okay. Now what we need to do, just take the value from this array and make them as true. So what we need to just look through this array n times. Suppose the size of the numbers is n. So look through the n times only once, not many times, just only for once. So look through this whole array, like for get 2, it is we get that the value is 2, so we initialize it as exist value of numbers I equal to true. So what happened? Some numbers are equal to 2, so it will be true. Again for 4, it will be true. Again for 3, it will be true. Again for 7, it will be true. Again for 1, it will be true. We see that in the exist value, there are index 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 7 is true, and other things are false, right? So now if we need to search if 6 is exist or not, then we just check whether exist value of 6 is true or false. As we see that 6 is false, so we can say that the 6 is not exist in the array. Okay. Again for 5, we got that 5 is not exist in the array, so it is false. But for 2, we see that it is true, right? So we can say that 2 is exist in this array. This is the main method technique of hashing, and that's why hashing is called the searching method technique. So now, then what is the actually main difference? Main difference is if we use linear searching, the first one, then the complexity might be O(n) for searching. Okay, because we look through the whole array. But if we use hashing, then the complexity is O(1), just one operations. Just one operations. Just check exist value is true, in exist value index is true or false. So just one operations. So there is big difference between O(n) and O(1). So how? Suppose we need to search 10 to the power 4 data in a 10 to the power 5 data array. The array is 10 to the power 5, the array size is 10 to the power 5, the numbers array size is 10 to the power 5, and we need to check 10 to the power 4 data whether it exists in the array or not. 10 to the power 4 data. So the complexities will be 10 to the power 4 into 10 to the power 5 means 10 to the power 9, right? But if we check in using hashing, then the complexity will be, for searching it is 1, and there are 10 to the power 4 data need to search, so 10 to the power 4, so the complexity will be 10 to the power 4 into 1, right? Just 10 to the power 4. There is a big difference between 10 to the power 9 and 10 to the power 4. That's why we use hashing. Basically, hashing is used in many algorithms. So we start our first video about hashing. We start with the hashing. Okay, there are some limitations of hashing. So what is the limitations? We know that we have a limitation in memory initializations. So if we initialize an array, we can just initialize 10 to the power 6 value, 10 to the power 6 size array. But if we try to initialize more than these values, like 2 into 10 to the power 6 and more than like 10 to the power 7, then we cannot call this array for memory limitation purpose. So we can use hashing if the values is less than 10 to the power 6 or something near to 10 to the power 6, and that's it. So that's it for this this series, this video hashing, and thank you. Bye bye.